Hello, Internet. We're, aka me, are going to try to write a complete story time script about menstruation. 3 times the charm, right? And by the fact that you guys are actually seeing this, means this script was actually complete. Fun fact, I had to scroll down to check and make sure that this script was complete as I recorded in my car. So woo! Thank you all for being here. But first, my darling little plushies, content warning! This video is going to discuss menstruation, periods, cramps, blood, period poops, reproduction right, and all that other good stuff that comes with, having a uterus and whatnot. So, if you have a uterus, let's enjoy sharing our stories together. If you don't have one, welcome in. You're probably about to be very uncomfortable. If these topics make you uncomfortable, please click on another video. Might I recommend one of my Pokemon as Sonic characters, or one of my characters as Pokemon trainers? I also highly recommend Meg's Mashables or Shelby Sherritt. Their stuff is very cute and wholesome and will definitely make you smile. Meg Mashables takes 2 animals and mashes them together to create a whole new cute little creature, many of which you can get as stickers on her store. And Shelby Sherritt, who I'm now feeling like I am pronouncing her name wrong, and I apologize, has a series of mystery moles that she bought on Gumtree, and she makes all this really cute, adorable pottery with those molds and all this and that. Super adorable, super precious. Go check her out. Now that half of this page in the Rainbow Mickey Mouse notebook has been taken up by intros, hi, I'm KrissieDeathy, and way back in the early 2000s, I was 9 to 10 years old, thereabout. My mom was having the period talk with my sister Cassie at the time. Cassie would have been around 11 or 12, and our mom around 29 to 30. If you don't know my sister Cassie, she is my co-host on my other YouTube channel, Button Mashing Bitches. She is bitch 1, I am bitch 2. Go over there to check out us failing at video games and having a fucking blast doing so. Now, these numbers, there's easy math, so that y'all can do it later if y'all want. I don't really care. Mom was teaching Cassie how to shave. I was called in to learn since I would start shortly after Cassie. According to Mom, when one girl in the house starts their period, the others will start shortly after. I'm not sure if that's true, but I did start my period shortly after this. So my mom is in the master bedroom, teaching my sister about periods, and the first thing I guess she thinks is the most important is shaving. Mom calls me into the bathroom. She can scream like a banshee, so I don't know where I was or what I was doing. But whatever, Mom calls you and you come. You don't want to be yelled at, and much less be beaten for it. Now, I got no explanation when I came into the master bedroom. I saw the razor and stuff. Mom grabbed my leg, rolled up my pants to look at my leg, and I don't remember her facial expression, but I do remember her saying, and I quote, "You bitch, your hair is blonde, you'll never have to shave." She threw my leg down and then shooed me away and then made me leave. And that, my lovelies, is the only time my mom ever told me about periods or attempted that whole period conversation with me. And if you're wondering, what the fuck? Trust me, I vaguely get it. My home life was toxic, and my mom always had issues. I have written a partial script just about my mother alone, and cried while writing it. When those stories do eventually make it to YouTube, note that it has taken years to get there. I began writing that script back in 2020. It is now 2022, and I still do not have a single one completed. My brain stumbles on words. La 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 la. Anyway, later on, either that night or a few weeks/months later, I don't quite recall. I really don't have much of a sense of time. I was like 9 or 10. Cassie explained periods to me and showed me how to use a pad. Thank you, Cassie. Now, it was the summer of 2004 when Cassie taught me all of these things. I was in summer school between 3rd and 4th grade, and it was the last day of summer school, the very next day after Cassie gave me this Period 101 basics class. So, for my last day of summer school, I wore a mint green dress that came to my knees. It had like a brown diamond-shaped kind of polka dotty pattern on it. I had gotten it from my grandma Niji, I think, but I don't quite recall. I feel like it was from her or my Aunt Dot, which is her daughter. They were the only ones who ever really bought me new clothes that weren't hand-me-downs, I feel like. And the dress was super cute, and I really wanted to wear it. And I felt like I was never allowed to be girly because someone in my family would say something mean, and it was just better not to, and that someone was mostly my mother. Plus, most of my hand-me-downs were too big for me when I got them and slightly damaged, and dresses were among that, but very rare did dresses ever get hand-me-down to me. But I wore this cute mint green brown polka dotty dress because I really wanted to, and no adult was home to tell me no that morning, or they weren't awake. In my area, that was kind of normal in 2004. At 9 years old, you can walk to the bus stop, which I believe was either at the end of my driveway or my papa's driveway at the corner. Since it was the last day of summer school, there was no learning really. It was mainly games and movies. Towards the end of the day, I went to the bathroom and saw that there was a pool of blood in my panties. It was like a bright, vibrant red with dark red chunks, and I remember this image very visibly. It's one of the few things I do remember so visibly. Vividly, not visibly. Vividly. I remember it very vividly. Luckily, since Cassie gave me a heads up, I did not freak out. I was expecting blood to eventually be in my underwear. I, however, didn't know you could ask a teacher for a pad or that you could use toilet paper as a makeshift pad. 'Twas not covered in Period Basics 101 with Cassie. So I decided to hold out in my blood-soaked undies until I got home. Because that's what my brain thought was the best course of action. Now, if you don't know, free bleeding feels very weird. It feels like you've wet yourself. I personally have a very coppery, irony scent to my period blood that I can smell sometimes. If you have fresh, shiny pennies, pop that on your tongue, and that taste/scent that fills your senses is close to kind of like what I smell. And I don't know what causes that scent, but it is what I have noticed. What sucked about this day, though, is they made me go to some gym, and we had to play some game where we had to freeze and let people crawl between our legs to unfreeze us, I think. It was a very weird game, and it made me feel very uncomfortable, and I was super worried that I would bleed on another kid, because I was told most kids' parents don't tell them about that stuff, and now as an adult, I think it's messed up that I was forced to play this game by the teachers when I was wearing a dress, and two didn't want to fucking play it, but whatever. But I survived, and I made it home after the bus ride. No one was home, which was not very surprising. So I cleaned up, and I changed into fresh undies, pants, and a Hamtaro t-shirt. Once changed and proud, I put on a pad successfully. I walked next door to my papa's because my parents were next door to Papa. I sat on Papa's bed watching Hamtaro, which is why I do remember the Hamtaro t-shirt. When Cassie came in and I proudly let her know that I took one of her pads, she nodded and we watched cartoons and ate snack cakes in Papa's bedroom together. And that, my dears, is the tale of my very first period. It was a memorable moment, which I'm sure is a memorable moment for most uterus-having people. So, what about you guys who have uteruses? What was your first period like? I'm very curious to, hear them. And yeah, as always, thank you very much to my YouTube channel members. We do have that. You get exclusive videos that come out a little bit early. You also get shoutouts and all that good stuff. And you also get the live stream backlogs, almost all of those, specifically the art ones. And as always, thank you to my way past cool YouTube supporters, Patreon, Ko-fi supporters, all of you guys. You're all awesome. Micah and Dymond. Y'all are the only two so far. But yeah. And thank you for everyone who's here watching, liking, commenting, doing this subscribey thing, helping the YouTube algorithm go, hey, here, watch these videos. It makes me very, very happy. And so yeah, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and all that good stuff. Bye-bye!